Hey everybody, I'm in the same place that I was the other day that I did that very dark video. Um, I wanted to share a little more on a few things. Right now, I don't have my studio set up. We are in a temporary place taking care of my wife as she's gonna start going through radiation. She has a brain tumor, and we're gonna try to treat. It's stage 4. Um, it's an astrocytoma, so it's pretty hard. Um, but one of the things that I'm doing is I still keep the work going. Um, Obviously, I can't work as much because uh, it requires her condition requires for me to take care of her almost 24/7. Um, so I do have some times that I can sit down and when everything gets quiet, I can draw, I can paint, and I'm very grateful for that. That's something that allows me to cope with a lot of this stuff. Um, but obviously, I don't have all my tools. I don't have everything, and I have limited space for me to do all the things that I want to do. Um, but anyhow, today I wanted to start what I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I've been trying to create a channel where I share a lot of my art philosophies. Take it or leave it, I'm not calling myself an authority on any of this stuff, but this is stuff that I have seen, that I've noticed, and I think that um, it might be useful. I hope that it is. But you know, so I'll get started. Um, so today I wanted to talk about something. I was talking to somebody today, one of my friends. We're talking about the artist paradox, or that's what I call it, the artist paradox. Basically, so this is where I think a little bit of my philosophy comes into place. So when I create pieces, I realize that if I did something with the intent to sell, many times I didn't really get that far, or I didn't feel like the artwork was wow, like very emotive, or that didn't have a lot of substance. I was creating a product. Things changed the moment that I stopped doing that. Things changed when I saw my artwork as an expression, as a way for me to pour a lot of the things that I was dealing with, or that I was thinking about, burdens, just I call them musings, but those are thoughts that are real. Those are thoughts that are part of my human experience, and the artwork was the great channel. So I will create these pieces, and I'll pour a lot, and I will create the pieces of art with the intention to keep them. I wanted to create something that I love, something that I just didn't want to get rid of, and I just created with all my passion, and I said, this is it. And that kind of triggered the sales. The moment that I started to create that way, I started to sell pieces. Sometimes even before I finish the piece, I'll share a little bit, and people became interested. And I realized that it is because when we create that way, we create something that is truly um, emotive. That is something that came out from deep within us. Here's where the paradox comes in. When you create that way, you really don't want to get rid of your artwork. It's such a struggle. It's painful. It really is painful to get rid of something that you've poured so much, that you love so much, and you have to sell it. I know. It almost seems wrong. It almost feels unethical. And you know, as a person that has been doing artwork since I was little, I started to understand that when I sell, when I let go of some of these pieces, they go to people I don't know. They go to homes I've never been to, and in the whole process of the art making, I feel like I pour a little bit of my psyche. I feel like mm, something just goes in with the word, and I notice that that's the part that hurts, letting go. So it becomes paradoxical. The we understand as artists that we have to create, we have to survive, we have to have our source of income, but at the same time, that is what makes our artwork great. So what I came to the conclusion was that to be a great artist, I'm not saying that I am, but I'm aiming to be a great artist, you have to be willing to have your heart broken over and over, because that's what's going to happen with the work. If we own the piece, if we just don't want to let go, it's the artwork's not going to go anywhere. You're going to have a house full of artwork, and you're going to be happy, maybe, but your artwork is not going to have the life that it's supposed to have. Because when we share those things, those are universal feelings, those are universal musing, universal uh, points of anguish, etc. That means that the work has to speak to other people, and it is our responsibility as artists to let the word go. It's it, I see my artwork as a calling more than a profession. I I cannot stress this enough. To me, it's a lot easier to go and get a job. I have an MBA. I am pretty knowledgeable when it comes to statistics, to doing analysis. I can go on and just give you a whole spillage of jargon when it comes to to the data world. I'm not gonna do that. That's a lot easier for me, and I enjoyed it. I really truly enjoyed it. I remember when I was doing that, I would have these ginormous data sets that will throttle the entire computer. There was one system there was a report that I had to run at midnight because it will use up so much of our bandwidth in our corporate infrastructure that I had to run it when nothing else was running. Um, and I was at peace. You know, I wasn't struggling. There was no lacking. There was no, how are we gonna do this? Are people gonna be buying our stuff? And I didn't have to sell. I would just go week by week, paycheck to paycheck, and it was such a comfortable, yeah, such a comfortable rhythm. This is harder. Selling is hard, and putting yourself out there to be criticized, to be evaluated, to be grilled, to be, you know, put on the spot and have to say what the artwork is, and you're always thinking, when people don't buy my artwork, is it that I'm not good enough? Is it my story is not good enough? And so there's a lot of questions, and that is really really hard to manage those emotions. So I've come to understand that is the truth. Of there's a lot of willingness to have your heart broken when you pursue this career. And one of those things, like I said, just reiterating in closing, um, is your willingness to let go of the work that you have worked so dearly on, so hard, that is so close to you, but that's the work that you have to do. And we have to be willing to create to that point, to that level, and then to see it go, to see it speak to somebody else. And it requires to change our mindset, because we're not into this to make money. I mean, I know that a lot of people are. I know that a lot of people have that financial incentive, but um, in my opinion, when we are truly in tune with our artistic calling, we are doing it for something greater. We're doing to connect. We're doing to help people. We're doing to bring something that is true and present it to all, that we see as true, and present it into others, and then have them have a pick at it, and that's hard. But anyhow, just wanted to share a little um, of this artist paradox, and let you guys know, a little bit of what I think. Um, Give me a follow, give me a comment, and let me know what your thoughts are. Take care.